Well, first of all, thank you. It's been a lot of fun. I think you can tell that all four of us like to live in a world of words and are fairly good at it. But I just want to pose one question and a way of measuring that question. And I think Donald Trump is a risk. I think when you have somebody who's totally outside politics and who is an entrepreneurial business person, then by definition, to bring them in at the very top is a risk. So let me be clear about that. But I also think that the current pattern is an even bigger risk. And this is what I ask you over the next few weeks to think about as you read your newspapers or watch TV news. How many terrorist attacks does it take in Europe, in the United States? Where there, I think now, a humanitarian crisis in Nigeria because of Boko Haram. How many places do we have to have disasters to begin to believe that the current policies aren't working? I recommend to all of you a couple books. One by Sam Quinones called Dreamland, which is a study of the intersection of Mexican heroin and OxyContin, and is an absolutely breathtaking and disturbing picture of what's happening in America to people who've lost hope. And I urge you to look at it. And then every day when you read about the next overdose, the next loss of life, the next 22-year-old who should still be with us, ask yourself. You go from George W. Bush saying there's an axis of evil. He names 3 countries. One of them is Iran. We are currently sending Iran billions of dollars, and day by day, we're learning that the deal's even worse. You think the Iranians have changed? You think they're not? The State Department under Obama, now, today, says they're the largest state supporters of terrorism on the planet. And we're sending them billions of dollars. You think that's going to work? So every time you turn around, the system's not working. The next riot, the next violence, you think this has worked? And my point's pretty simple. I've been at this stuff since August of 1958. I helped create a majority for the first time in 40 years. I was Speaker of the House. I worked with Bill Clinton to balance the federal budget, to reform welfare. I am genuinely frightened, not just for the United States, but for all of Western civilization. And you just read the papers, put the dots together, and you decide which is the bigger risk. More of the stuff that isn't working, or taking a gamble on real change?